But generally, once you've made a decision and once you've enacted that decision, there isn't really any going back. All you can do is reflect on it so that the decisions in front of you can be even better.
Hi, and welcome to Helping You Perform. I'm your host, Paul Teasdale. Over a career working with high-performing teams from across the globe, including 7 years working with Formula One team McLaren, I've learned a lot about what it takes to drive results. In this weekly podcast series, I'm going to be bringing you tips, tricks, and insights from the world of Formula One that you can apply to your organisation for your high performance. Enjoy.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Helping You Perform, where I bring my tips, tricks, insights, and stories from the world of F1 and beyond to help you accelerate your performance. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode 81, where I talked about herding buck. So if you've got no idea what I'm talking about right now, if you want to hear that story, go back and have a listen to last week's episode. This week, I want to reflect on a conversation that I've been having with my son and also with sort of coaching conversations I've been having with some of the people in my team as well, which is all about decisions and being comfortable with the decisions that you make. And I think this is a really underestimated skill. And it always reflects me back to a story I heard about Tiger Woods, which I believe he gives himself about 10 to 15 seconds after he's hit a good shot or a bad shot to either enjoy that moment because it's been a great shot or to beat himself up a little bit because he hasn't performed as he sort of wanted to. And after that, he cuts that off, good or bad. It's now gone. That allows him to focus on the future and focus on the next decision, the next action, the next bit of performance that's right in front of him. And I think as we're going through life with so many decisions, it's so easy to beat ourselves up based on the decisions that we've made. Quite often, this is because we've now been presented with more information, or we've been allowed ourselves to, or others have helped us and facilitated us to move away from that situation, from the heat of the moment, to reflect on that decision. And during my time at McLaren in the world of F1, when you're making decisions that are literally in the moment, split second, if I need to pit now or I don't because something's happened, you're basing that decision on all of the information that you have right there in front of you in that moment, in the heat of the moment, with everything else that's going on around you. It's very easy if you've got a bit of time to reflect and if you've got the data to help you, to look back on that decision and say, I didn't make the best decision possible because I could have done something else. The question I always ask is, what value has it been to you? If you're going to beat yourself up because you made a poor decision on reflection, or if you think that you could have made a better decision now that you've got some more information, then that doesn't help you actually make a different decision right now. If you are able to, you might be able to change your mind, you might be able to do something different to bring things back or to change the direction of your decisions back to something that is clearer now that you've got more information in front of you. But generally, once you've made a decision and once you've enacted that decision, there isn't really any going back. All you can do is reflect on it so that the decisions in front of you can be even better. And I want to just challenge you this week, what have you been doing with your own decisions? Have you been reflecting on those decisions, beating yourself up, wishing you could have done better? Now that I know this, I would have done something completely different. But are you allowing yourself to actually reflect so that you can learn for the future? Because that's what this is all about. It's about, now that I know that, what decision would I have made in that moment? And most importantly, how can I how can I now apply that to my future decision making? And what this does is, one, it helps you sort of lose some of that sort of headspace and that weight of decision fatigue and the weight of sort of the stress and the emotional element of, all right, made a bad decision, I'm going to beat myself up about it. What it does by focusing on what am I going to do in the future is it helps you to be more proactive and to take better steps and make better decisions in future that will ultimately accelerate your performance. So have a think about that for yourself. Are you beating yourself up based on decisions that you've made? Are you living this life of regret and where actually your value and your energy can be much better spent in taking that time to reflect and learn so that you make better decisions in the future? As always, I'd love to hear from you. Love hearing your stories about how you're applying this stuff and accelerating your own performance in your own careers. So do drop me a line. Go to paulteasdale.co.uk and drop me a line through there. I'd love to hear more from you. And I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Helping You Perform podcast. If you found value in this episode, please take a moment to like, share, or review the podcast. You can reach out to me at any time, either through LinkedIn or through my website at www.paulteasdale.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode.